All right, so today we're going to look at graphing an equation using intercepts only. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in to problem number 1. And then we're going to do that, problem number 2, and go on from there. So let's get some focus going. So the goal is to be able to graph this line x plus y equals 5 using intercepts. So to review, our intercept is when it crosses either the y or the x axis. Okay? So the y-intercept will be whatever ordered pair when x is equal to 0. So x is 0, and then whatever our y is. That's going to be our y-intercept. Our x-intercept will be when y is 0, or whatever the value of x is when y is equal to 0. Okay? So that's really important. So whenever we have an equation, we're going to divide our little workspace into 2. And first we're going to find x-intercept. When y is equal to 0. And then we're going to find our y-intercept, and I'm going to go ahead and shorten it, when x is equal to 0. So I'm going to take my equation, x plus y equals 5, but I'm going to substitute a 0 for my y. So I'm going to write x plus y equals 5, x, and instead of y, plus 0 equals 5. So x is going to equal 5. Right? Now for the same thing over here, I'm going to rewrite my equation, x plus y equals 5. This time my x is going to be 0, so I have 0 plus y equals 5. Y is equal to 5. So to graph that, I'm going to need a straight edge, and I'm going to graph my intercept. Remember I said for my x-intercept when x is 0, or y is 0, that's here. It's going to be x, the value for x, and then 0. So this is going to be 5, 0. Here, my y-intercept, when x was 0, it's going to be x is 0, and my value for y is 5. And I'm just going to plot these 2 points. So from 0, x is 5, y is 0, so there we go. From my point of origin, x is 0, y is positive 5. There it is. I plot those 2 points, and then I graph them, going end to end on my graph, adding my arrows, and I'll label it with my original equation, x plus y equals 5. And that is the graph, the line of the graph, x plus y equals 5, using intercepts only. Okay? We're going to go ahead and do number 2. As an example again. So I'll just slide this on over. I'm going to divide my workspace. This side is going to be x-intercept when y is equal to 0. This one will be my y-intercept when x is equal to 0. All right? So I'm going to take my equation. I have x plus 2y equals 4. I'll rewrite it, x plus 2y equals 4. Make sure you rewrite it correctly. Don't leave off any negatives or numbers there. So here my y is going to be 0, so I'm going to do x plus 2. And when I substitute, I want to use parentheses. Instead of y, I'm going to put 0. And then bring down my equation equals 4. This becomes 0, right? So x is equal to 4. So my equation will be y is 0, my value for x is 4, and there's my ordered pair, not my equation, my ordered pair for this side. So now I'm going to come back over here. This time x is 0, so instead of x, it's 0 plus 2y equals 4. Divide both sides by 2. Y is now equal to 4 divided by 2 is 2. So I have x is equal to 0, my y is a 2, and I can graph them. From my point of origin, x is 4, y is 0. From my point of origin, x is 0, y is 2. Have my 2 points. Use my straight edge, graph my line, and label it with my original equation, x plus 2y equals 4. And that's graphing the equation, or the line of an equation, using intercepts only. All right, that's it. We'll see you tomorrow.